We started a little bit early, but
I can play.
Yeah.
dude, that's so cool how it does that right away. Like it just. All right, we're live.
Yep. I'm not supposed to talk.
You are so stupid.
He said, wait,
What? No.
wait.
No, Colin.
Wait.
Bad
Wait.
Colin. No.
So ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, dude, really?
What happened?
I had already.
Why
I'm
wasn't-
like, we're live, and you're like, oh, okay. So I started it right because we started right
Right.
on time, and it's like, okay, so I'm not supposed to talk. Like, the hell, Colin?
Well, you said you were live, so I just want to make sure.
Oh, I gotta reset.
But-
Here's Matt.
Huh?
Oh, sweet
What?
Jesus, Colin, dude, he did it again. He
Wait.
freaking-
What? What are
Matt,
you talking about?
Matt's, you talked during the opening. Again.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, you said we're live, and I was like, all right. So now.
And then I'm like, yeah, I'm starting it. Never mind. Kata got it.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
you should be
man.
more clear with your directions.
Okay.
Yeah, even I got it. Dude.
And he wasn't even here for it. He wasn't even talking. Hey Matt,
Okay,
we've started at the same time each
Huh.
week. Just letting you know.
I'm just letting you know I have a timestamp that says we started at 10 o'clock last week.
What?
We
Were
started
we
at 10
late?
o'clock and we ended at 10:43. We ended at 10:43
Were
last
we
week.
late last
No,
week?
we
'Cause
did not.
I don't remember that.
I mean, that's fine. Whatever. It's okay.
that's fine.
Okay. I'll be here at 9:30 next week. I'll be here at 9:30
I'm
next
sorry.
week. Now that I know
I'm sorry,
that's the
but
time.
I thought 6:30 had been the time like every week.
6:30
No,
was
that's fine.
was always under my understanding when we got on for the pre-show. But I mean, whatever. I don't care. We're here, so let's just do it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
whatever.
gonna turn another light on.
We're gonna wait. It follows him around, dude. Is anybody else creeped out by that? That just follows him, like. It's like he has a little cameraman on his Xbox One that just follows him around.
It's fucking sick, isn't it?
Well, like it's cool, but it's a little bit creepy at the same time. Like I don't know. I'm a little leery on
I
that
love
one.
it.
No, I'm not.
I'm just afraid, like, if I start beating off, like, it's gonna follow me. And what if I, like, I'm beating off and it, like, follows my hand, like, back and forth? Like, how crazy would that be? Are we live?
Yes, we've been live this
Yeah.
entire time.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Anyway.
Somebody highlight that for the fucking, for
man.
YouTube.
Anyway, guys, I'm Grayson from iWeb Games. You got Flat Cap in the right-hand corner, top right-hand corner. You got Matthew Ketchum in the bottom or beneath me. And you got Kata as our guest of the week because nobody ever tweets me back on being a guest star. They tweet me back like, every day leading up to this, and then it's like on Thursdays they're like, oh yeah, let's not talk to Grayson anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are we supposed to have,
Everybody's-
like, people I don't care about coming into the show or something?
yeah.
Ah, my
Oh,
gosh.
cool.
You are so annoying, bro. Anyway,
Guys, so
topics for the week.
topics for
Let's
the
get into
week.
it.
I don't know which one I want to start with. You didn't really have numbers. I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it because this is a game I'm not really. I'm putting it out there because I've heard a lot about it, and this is kind of a thing for me to just kind of jump into, I guess. So, Civilization Beyond Earth. I'm not a big fan of Sid Meier's Civilizations, but I guess it's a big game.
What is Civ? Never
You
even
ever
played that.
Civilization? No.
No, what is that?
It's
It's
Civilization.
like the Sims kind of thing.
you build a city.
You know?
It's just like you
Yeah,
have to
so it's
upkeep
like
the city.
SimCity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like SimCity, except in this one, you actually get to go to outer space, which is kind of fucking cool.
It's just like
So
sport.
you build like
I don't know-
you build
I don't know
like
if you
a-
guys read into that, but like apparently like the limit has always been like just like the ground city and everything like that. So like, well, how can we really push this? How much further can you go? They go out into space. The one of the few things I actually looked into this week.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah.
That's cool. Matt
Yeah.
actually looked into a game. So
Huh.
Yeah, I actually have two stories, but I'll save it
I actually have.
because I forgot what they are, so I have to like look them up again.
again.
yeah. Anyway, so Sid Meier's is a world-renowned game designer, and he made Civilization. And Sid Meier's Pirates was like his big first hit. I don't know if you guys have ever played that game. It's way back in the day.
I have not actually.
I suggest you look it up because it's actually a very phenomenal.
Sid
game.
Meier's Pirates is
Yeah.
what it's called.
So
Is it like have anything like to do with like Somalian pirates or is it like
The real pirates.
Or like, are we talking like real pirates?
Like yar.
Like yeah. Wait,
Hey, it's Kosuke! I saw Kosuke!
I saw him.
Kata.
Yeah, Kosuke has his laptop set up next to me. We're playing League.
That's right. He's
You
trash.
guys are cool.
Anyway, guys.
Anyway.
So moving on to the next topic. That is a game that
This
I
guy's
guess
trash.
there's a lot of people who are really excited about, and I know nothing about it. I looked
when's it
into
come
I saw
out?
the trailer
When's it come out?
later on this year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just fine.
So we'll probably hear more at E3 then, I'm assuming, something like that.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of things coming out of E3. PAX East had a lot of information, but nothing. I don't know. Nothing really.
Well, PAX East is, I mean, the name speaks for itself. It's Penny Arcade Expo, right?
Hey,
so
Matt.
it's more indie games. It's not stuff you're gonna necessarily
Hey Matt, I'm gonna stream this to
see
your.
at E3.
I'm streaming this to your
So.
Twitch too.
You streaming to my Twitch too?
Yeah, I'll
Cool.
do it right now. There you go. Anyway, so
But anyway,
yeah, I just started up on his Twitch. That's why it's taking me a second. Going live. All right. So the next game
That's
we're going
fine.
to talk about, next thing we're going to talk about is PlayStation 4 is whooping up on Xbox One as far as the sales go. What do you
7
think on
million
that? 7
to 5
million
million.
versus 5
Despite
million.
the fact that Titanfall apparently, like I read that was one of the stories I was actually going to bring up too. I read into that. And apparently Titanfall Titanfall didn't just increase the Xbox One sales, like it exponentially increased the Xbox One sales. To the
that's
point
not
where I was surprised. No, I was honestly surprised like that because I would never buy a console for one video game ever.
Yeah, it's because
You know,
it-
that doesn't make sense to me.
it's because
So, like,
people
Xbox
want-
One-
Hang on,
wait,
Kingdom
I
Hearts,
don't
Kingdom
know.
Hearts, Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom
Halo
Hearts is the
2.
one game. The
Right.
one
Halo
game.
2.
But see, we had to talk about that last week. Those were back when games came ready out of the box. So that
Right,
was a different
that's true.
time back then. But nowadays, like I would never buy an Xbox One just for Titanfall. And for them to like for Titanfall to increase the sales exponentially and then for the community to still be as dead as it is, that's upsetting to me. But you know, whatever.
it is pretty dead. I will say that.
Mhm.
That's
'Cause
7
I know
7
there was
million
an
units.
update of like a new update or whatever that's coming out, and basically me and Gray and Kato were talking about it. We're just like, you know, it should have been there a month ago. Like it would have been amazing if you know the custom lobbies and named loadouts, etc. was there a month ago. But since it's coming out now, I just don't even care anymore.
It's too little.
You know
too
what I
late.
call that?
It's too little.
Yeah.
Too late.
I call that the Halo Reach effect. Now, again, you guys know I still have a soft spot for Halo Reach because I did enjoy the game. That took so. Remember, you guys remember how long we waited for that patch. You remember
the no
how
bloom, no sprint?
long it took for that. Yeah, that
Dude,
took.
what I remember
forever.
actually, and Kata can attest to this, is I was not looking forward to the patch. I remember people
Me
started
too.
playing it in customs, and I was like, "That's stupid. Why would people get rid of Bloom and Sprint? Like, this is gonna be so dumb." And like
Well, that
the
was
first couple
different.
games, I was like,
Yeah.
"This is horrible. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
even play this." But then you get used to it, and obviously, it's way better. So, yeah.
We're on the
You know, I'm
same
not-
page
I'm not
with that
saying-
because I also like Bloom and Sprint, but
Right.
there were other things in the game that needed to be fixed besides just Bloom and Sprint.
It added a whole
And-
new,
Like
it added a
Ebola.
whole new skill to the game. That's what I think. But then again, you had
Bloom
Warriors.
and Sprint did, or
Bloom and Sprint did. It added a whole new dynamic to the game that a lot of people were frustrated with, and I felt like it was kind of just pointless that they took it out.
I can
in the issue, so-
agree that it like didn't feel like Halo, but to say it didn't require skill is just moronic.
I didn't say it didn't
You know.
require skill.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah,
it,
no, I'm
it-
not saying
it
you
added
said
a
that,
whole
but
new
that's what some people said.
I was
Yeah.
better with
Yeah.
no Sploom. No,
It,
with,
it-
I was
well,
better with
it
Bloom
had a
and
luck
Sprint.
factor. That was everybody's problem
have
with
a
it,
luck
is that it had too much of a
Right.
luck factor, and that's why I wanted Bloom to be fixed, not taken out. I wanted Bloom to be more random. I wanted you, when you shot that thing, I wanted the Bloom to fucking fly out all over the place because that meant that you had to be smart, you had to have good shots, you had to time your shots.
And team
So
shot.
that's what I wanted. Exactly, and team shot. That's why I love Bloom. When they got rid of it, I was like, so now people are, because you guys know how much I hate Sanctuary. You know how much I hated Sanctuary in Halo Reach.
You can
now
map
you know.
people with no Bloom
But,
on that, dude.
but exactly, you could just map people like it was nothing, and that is where I really was like, dude, this shit sucks. But yeah,
Hey, completely,
Anyway, reach
completely,
with that.
hey, completely off topic.
yeah.
Boss
Yeah.
Nasty is still around.
Is he?
He got
Ooh.
picked up.
He's
got
trying to do
drafted,
Call of
He got
Duty.
drafted into Call of Duty, into the professional Call of
Yeah.
Duty. Not just he's not a coach. He's on a team,
No,
and
he's
I
not.
can prove it.
Playing.
Can you prove it? Never mind.
No, he's not.
I can prove. I'm dead
No,
serious. I'm dead
I-
serious.
I don't agree.
I am dead serious. Boss Nasty is still around, and he's tormenting. He's gonna be tormenting the COD community here in a little bit. Anyway, guys, moving on to the next subject. The PS
my
still Xbox. What? You just
No, that just hate Boss Nasty. Anyway, continue.
anyway.
Nobody likes Boss Nasty.
Moving on, like I said before, PlayStation is beating Xbox One sales by 2 million units. That's huge. 2
Yeah.
million.
And considering the fact that like you can't even buy PS4s in a lot of places,
Yeah. So
like because they're sold out, still winning by 2 million.
on the subject of
right.
on the subject of PlayStation 4, this is kind of near and dear to my heart because I was extremely frustrated. I couldn't record any of my gameplay unless it's on the internal capture card for the PlayStation 4. The 1.7
But their
update.
live stream to Twitch is good, isn't it?
It's not. It's not very good quality. I'd rather do it on my
Okay.
computer. It
On PlayStation?
yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation's is nothing like. I don't know if you guys have seen mine. I've been
seen
streaming at 10. I've been streaming at 1080p.
Mine-
Xbox
mine-
streaming is amazing. PlayStation streaming is complete butt cheeks.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm
Straight
excited
ass.
that I'm actually gonna be able to turn off
It's
HTTP.
Yes, dog.
They are adding an application into the system. You guys aren't even paying attention. It's fine. Just totally.
You know, either add the application.
I am
'Cause it's
1.9 patch.
'Cause it's
1.7 patch. 1.70.
Straight.
All right, moving
Straight
on
blank.
because clearly these guys
Alright.
don't care about it. They're adding a video editing
No,
patch
say the
to
patch. Now you already started.
it.
it.
They're
Let me hear about the
adding a
patch.
video editing patch to it. It's kind of like a cop out. I feel like it's too little, too late again. Sony. I don't know what your guys' deal is.
A
You're lagging
video
on
editing
everything.
patch, so like their own internal
You
video editing
record.
software,
You
or like
record, and on
Uh-huh.
the console you have your own video editing software, and you can upload it.
oh, that's
But
kind of cool
I
actually.
still don't think you can upload it to YouTube. I still think it's like Facebook and Twitter, because nobody uploads to YouTube anymore.
I don't know about the controller interface for video editing software rather than a mouse.
I don't know, we'll
that's
figure it
that's
out.
the weird thing.
I'll figure
you
it
know?
out. I'll read it
Anyway.
out. Anyway, moving on. Which one do you want to go to this one? Okay, so I'm gonna delete that because we already talked about that one.
What kind of beer are you drinking right there, bro?
This would be a Yingling.
I don't even know. What
Oh
that is.
my god.
So guys, Optic
You like
the
Nation,
worst
Hey.
beer. Anyway,
Optic Nation
That's good. Good team.
mindset on the show. Colin, Optic
What's up?
Nation. This is what you wanted to talk about.
Optic.
Optic.
Do you want to talk about Optic Halo or Optic Nation?
It doesn't
first?
matter. I know Flame Sword, guys. I don't know if you guys know who Flame. Dude, just chugged it.
Flame Sword is the coach of Optic Gaming.
I need another
Dude,
beer
I
now.
saw
But
that,
he is starting
man.
an Optic
Yes.
Halo team.
Also, did you hear about the
Wait,
Halo
what?
team?
He's starting
There's
an
a Halo-
Optic
there's a Halo
Halo
team.
team.
That's what. Yeah, that's what he was gonna
Because
say.
Rooster Teeth is
I hadn't
apparently
heard that.
having a tournament at RTX or whatever, and they're gonna have qualifying rounds. And Flamesword is putting a team together, Optic Halo, and he pretty much said that he's gonna win. So I don't know if that's calling out any random teams out there like Saucy or whatever. Maybe even.
I mean, he
like,
better win. No one plays anymore. His
like-
competition is.
Maybe Ninja.
Not true. Not
He's
true.
just gonna
There's a
get,
lot
like,
of
Wait, hang
people
on.
who
Wait,
other
You're
You're
guys.
right.
so
No,
that's
wait,
serious
you
about
guys are
Halo.
right. But hang on, not true. Because I have noticed Elevate picked up a pro team for Halo with actually decent. I don't know if do you guys remember Juicy Fruit and Rages?
Yes.
I do. HK.
Yep.
Yep.
Those guys are back. They're on the Elevate Pro team for Halo. Halo is not back. It's not back, but it's a little
It's
bit
making
back.
a
With that new
resurgence.
UMG website, I heard that they're hosting like Halo like stuff now too.
It might be setting the stage for the Halo 2 anniversary release.
It could be, but I'm not saying that there are teams that could take first, but there's going to be some talent there because some people have realized, whoa, guys, we have a chance to go back and compete in the game we actually like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not just compete Call of Duty because it's the only thing there. So it's not over yet.
That's pretty exciting.
I don't know if you guys follow the Go Beyond
Yeah.
entertainment podcast,
Yeah, yeah.
but I heard that they were talking about MLG whatnot, kind of working with 343
Yeah.
for future stuff.
They are.
For Halo
they,
5,
They
right?
have
In
been.
the
This
background.
this isn't
I don't.
anything
No
that's
one even
hidden.
knows if it's Halo 5 or Halo 2 anniversary,
isn't-
even if it's coming out.
This
but,
isn't anything hidden though.
some-
This is something that's been vocal since the end of Halo 4. 343 wants some feedback from what they did wrong with the multiplayer interface for Halo 4. And they
Hey, with your
look
butt.
at who they hired. Look at who they hired. They hired Neighbor. They hired
Yeah,
Ghost Ayame.
Dursky.
Dursky, Bravo,
Dursky.
like all these
Mhm.
people who are so huge in competitive gaming, they hired them, off the street to like, hey, come work for us, show us what we're doing
Yeah.
wrong. And I think that
Now-
was a smart move on their part.
I agree.
It is. You're right. I do agree with that. But because you guys know I love to play devil's advocate and make you guys think about this kind of stuff. But
Right. So let's hear it.
Yeah. So think about it from this perspective. Do you wonder how much power these guys really? I know Bravo actually has a lot of power now. He's been with them forever. So
A year.
like I know Bravo has some say in a lot of things. I'm wondering exactly how much power these guys have and how much they can influence, because to me it seems like those guys were hired to be
face of competitive Halo.
it's like when David Beckham came to the LA Galaxy. You know,
So
Right.
just to get just to sell tickets to get people to come to
Yeah.
games. That's kind of what I feel like 343 did with hiring all those guys, because it was a smart move, because they are smart. They're all smart guys. They're all very accomplished in what they've done,
Right.
and they can contribute regardless. But I'm wondering, were they hired for their willingness to work on the game, or just to get people to buy the game again?
Yeah.
Well, because you have
Just
to
something
you have to
think
actually
about.
wonder like how much actual training they have in any.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Next to none, I'm assuming.
Here's
So like,
something-
what are they gonna do? They're gonna sit in there and be like, I think you should make the weapon shoot like this.
No,
like
here-
okay,
here's somethting
that's like
pretty cool.
10-minute
Yeah,
conversation.
Hey,
like,
Yeah,
Neighbor-
Grayson.
What do you-
Grayson
what-
wait, hang on.
what-
Great. What's
oh.
Grayson got to say?
So Neighbor
Oh, I'm
has
interested in this.
Neighbor has a degree in marketing. Just FYI.
okay,
He has a
bachelor's in marketing.
Master's-
That's not. I
master's-
don't like that.
master's
That's not
degree.
good. That's not.
master's
A
degree in
master's
Yeah,
marketing.
but that's
in
marketing. Marketing
But
is not.
here's-
Well,
here's
I want
the-
to hear game development, not marketing.
But-
if he can sell a piece of shit to me, he still sold me a piece of shit.
Right. Doesn't change.
Selling
anything.
ice to an
And
Eskimo,
it's
right?
not like they were having trouble selling Halo
But-
4. The problem was it wasn't good.
outside.
keep
no,
going, Grayson,
out-
keep going, Grayson.
outside of gaming, competitive gaming, they all have degrees in something that would totally help 343. I don't know what Dursky's is. I kind of think they just picked up Dursky because he wasn't doing anything with his life anyway.
He has a good smile.
But I don't
He's a
know.
positive guy. He's a go-getter.
But
Yeah.
if you look at the work Ghost Ayame did for game types
Mhm.
for 343, even before Halo 4 died, that was huge. You know, giving them an insight like, hey, this game would be fun for everybody. It's not just fun for the competitive community. He helped them make what was that last one, Ricochet, the soccer game,
Ricochet.
which is actually a really fun game
Yep.
type. Anyway,
Oh yeah, I know, right?
so Halo's not completely dead, guys, but it's maybe making a resurgence, and we'll find out by the end of the year with the new Halo game that's coming out. Optic
We'll keep you
Gaming,
posted.
yeah, Optic Gaming has submitted
Oh,
to a Halo,
yeah.
has pretty much committed to making a Halo team, which is kind of weird because the game is dead.
Right.
Anyway, guys, moving on to the next topic.
Optic Nation, right? Really quickly, because that was the twofold thing of Optic. Optic Nation is the second Optic competitive team to be competing in Call of Duty. So basically, the roster before at COD Champs, Stump, Placer, Embos, Nadeshot. Embos left, still with Optic, forming his own team now. Ricky, Killa, Embos, and I'm blanking on the fourth. But either way, they have a second team.
that's an Optic team.
That's an Optic team. They're called Optic Nation.
Okay.
So Embos didn't leave on bad blood. He's just doing a new team.
He's still living in the house.
I like that. That's good.
Okay, guys,
Yeah, I
moving
like
on
Embos.
to Below.
Below.
Watch the trailer on this. Apparently, it's a cross between Legend of Zelda and Dark Souls. A top-down style Legend of Zelda and Dark Souls. And it's for Xbox One and PC. I watched a couple trailers, and, well, a trailer and a little bit of gameplay. Just a
A
little
trailer.
bit. Yeah,
It just
a
got
trailer.
revealed
What'd you
at
say?
PAX East. Called Below.
Below.
Whoa.
And it looks interesting. It honestly,
It does.
it might add a not a competitive thing, but like the frustration aspect that Dark Souls adds to every game, because you die and you're so frustrated you just want to keep pushing forward. I think that's the way they're trying to go with this. Is it may have a story to it. There's not much released on it, but I thought it was pretty cool. It's a unique idea to
Right.
gaming. It's original. So I mean,
And if you guys want to check it out, there is some trailers from PAX East for the game.
yeah.
And some people from IGN. I think it's Colin Moriarty or Greg Miller. Someone is talking about it from IGN. It's like a 3-minute thing. So you should go check it out.
Okay.
Come on.
So on the idea of PAX East and what's been
Right.
released, Alien low-res sci-fi or lo-fi sci-fi. Have you guys watched
Lo-fi
this video?
sci-fi.
So the way I know we've been talking about Alien Isolation for a while now, almost the past 3 episodes or 4 episodes or something like that, but it's
Like every other episode.
a game that
Yeah.
looks so phenomenal, and I'm excited about it. If you were talking about the comments on like all the YouTube videos. It's like, I hope this game is actually as good as it looks. I hope this game is as good as it looks, because the last couple games were horrible. The last couple Alien games, I suppose, weren't as good as they should have been.
Mhm.
None of them were.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of what is it? What is it called? Colonial Marines? But you know what's kind of
Colonial
funny?
Marines flopped
You know what's kind of funny though?
beyond belief. Beyond belief flopped.
The
Anyway.
AVP game, the one where you could play like the multiplayer, you could play as either aliens.
That was
Predators,
fun.
That was
That
a
was such
fun
a bad game.
It was
but it was
so awesome.
So much fun. The only problem is if you were the alien and you accidentally started to wall run and you would start like running in a tunnel and you would just go in a. I was like, where the fuck am I, dude? Like I have no idea what's happening.
Anyway, guys,
Gosh.
But it was fun. I'm glad somebody played that besides me.
go.
Yeah, no,
I played it. It was awesome. I like the competitive.
I also
play to
played
it.
like an original Alien game on Sega Saturn.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Mhm.
I remember that game. Wow.
There was probably like a subheading, but I don't remember what it was called actually. But either way,
Anyway, guys, go check out this video. It explains how they're making the game, this Alien Isolation game, how they're making it look like the original Aliens movie. They're taking everything that they're making and dumbing it down to like 1970 style. It actually looks really cool and really authentic for the game style, like for the movie.
I agree.
If you're a fan of the movie, I feel like they're actually taking their time with this one, and I'm kind of excited on it. They're not just pooping into a bag and shipping it to us. Anyway, guys, so moving on.
it's an amazing image in my head now of a man literally just shitting into a bag. It's like,
On the note
this is
of
for
it.
you, Grayson. Ah!
yeah, we want express air on this.
Uh,
please. Yeah.
Want it be fresh? Put it
Well,
on
you know
ice.
what? Let it sit for a week.
Yeah.
Send it.
Okay, guys. So moving on to the next topic: Evolve, Aliens, Left 4
Mhm.
Dead. It's Left 4
Mhm.
Dead and Aliens just crushed together,
Right.
and this game is awesome. Watching,
It looks
watching,
so sick.
Oh yeah.
watching,
looks so sick.
watching gameplay
Left 4 Dead
footage
is
from
a
PAX
classic.
East. Yeah, watching gameplay footage from PAX East. Watching the trailers, just this game looks phenomenal. I'm excited for it. I don't know, Matt. Have you heard anything on it?
PC and Xbox One
You look kinda
and PS4, I
dis-
think.
You look
Only
Say
next
it
gen.
again. I didn't hear you ask me what.
Evolve. Have you seen anything on it? Do you have an opinion either way?
I actually have it. I kind of want to go into that one blind because I've heard like how you guys are excited too.
Mhm.
You guys know how I feel about games like when people start getting excited over them. So I'm excited that other people are excited, but I don't want to get into it. I love going into games blind. I really do. So I mean, let's talk about it if we have to. But yeah, when I'm watching videos and stuff, I'm gonna let it slide for a little while.
Right.
It's
It's got pretty much as much hype as Titanfall had coming in.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's not
Right.
good.
Right.
Hey, but maybe they hit it. Who knows? Maybe they'll get it.
but
Yeah,
from,
exactly.
From
I mean,
what I've
either way,
seen,
it's they're gonna sell.
yeah. From what I've
Who
seen
knows if it's
on
gonna
the
be
game
good.
itself, though, the game it looks great. It looks phenomenal. It looks like it's gonna be a fun game to play. And
It does.
that's at the end of the day, that's all I really care about. The game dynamics could be horrible, the graphics could be horrible, but as long as it's fun to play and entertains me, I'll pick it up.
That's all that matters.
I'll drop $60 on it. It doesn't
Right.
matter to me.
Sure.
Anyway, guys, go check out video from Evolve. Look at Rooster Teeth pick it up, and Kata's walking away.
Probably closing his door.
Which one do you want? Okay, we got a couple different topics for either that could be the main topic, that could be considered the main topic, and I kind of running off a trend for the last couple
Mhm.
weeks. We'll do your topic as the last one, Colin, and we'll
Oh,
just
okay.
go with Mardu O'Donnell. Going off a trend for the past couple weeks, there have been some huge developers laying off people that have been with them for a long time and creative masterminds. So I don't know if you guys know who Martin O'Donnell is. He is the audio mastermind for the entire Halo franchise at Bungie.
Yep.
And he even started
Wow.
working
I heard
on
about
Destiny. And they literally
Right.
just came into his office, told him to pack up his shit and go home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really weird, especially when you look at Bungie's statement because they say they're parting as friends and like on good blood.
No, but
And,
he was tweeting saying
they
there
wish
was
him
no
the
just
best,
cause.
But then they just randomly fired him for like no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was saying that there was no just cause. He's in the middle of working on something, and they literally came in and told him to go home. That his services no
Wow.
longer needed, and that
You
he
know
would not
what?
be working.
I bet they come out and say something like John Williams or Danny Elfman, some big name Hollywood guy's gonna come in and do it. I'm not advocating it because I love the Halo soundtrack. Okay? Danny Elfman, yeah, I
Danny
agree.
Elfman.
I would shoot myself in the
Danny Elfman.
John Williams, though.
No, John Williams, yeah.
would be
No,
awesome.
but Danny Elfman. If you ever mention Danny Elfman in this show again.
But I'm just saying that's probably what they're gonna do is they're gonna grab a Danny Elfman kind of person. They're like, this guy's new. This guy, this Halo guy, you know, like that's what they did with Star Wars. They were like, we can get like John Williams music again, or we can just go with this Danny Elfman guy because I mean he's the new thing that everybody's going after. So
Yeah.
maybe that's what Bungie's gonna do. But that doesn't make sense to me because the Halo theme song is iconic. When you
Oh,
hear
yeah, it's
those like,
amazing.
that choir like intro, you know what game it is right away. It's like, oh, that's the Halo series right there. And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How do you get rid of it? If I was upstairs and I could hear downstairs like that choir, I'd be like, Mason, turn the Xbox off. You know, like, I would know what was going on.
Matt's gonna have
Like,
children
that-
later on in
it's
life,
iconic.
and it's gonna
Do
be
you
3
think it
o'clock
has
in the
anything
morning.
to do with like maybe it just doesn't fit with Destiny? That's the direction they're going for the next decade.
point,
So
actually.
maybe
Hey,
it's just
good
like
point.
He
he doesn't have the right sound for that game.
But if you
maybe.
look,
I don't know.
if you look at the people,
But the
he was
game's so close to release, you think they would have figured that out?
Wait, to go off that real quick, no way, because if you ever played any MMO like WoW, for example, WoW is all about ambient music, and while you don't think about it,
Right.
Halo's ambient music was really good. It's so good you don't think about it. That's how good it is. You don't remember the music except
It's
for
just
the choir
part of
and
the
shit.
atmosphere of what
Right.
you're doing. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think he would have been fine. Maybe, I don't know, but that's
Yeah,
I think
don't know.
that they're trying to get rid of the
dead weight.
Halo. Bungie equals Halo. That
Right.
kind of, you know
So
what I
they're
mean?
trying to
And
separate
I think they're
themselves
trying to
from
get rid of that, so people don't have association with Halo whenever they criticize or review. That's
Mhm.
you know what I mean. It's everyone's gonna compare it to Halo,
Either way,
no matter what.
Either
New
way,
franchise, new
but
EP.
it doesn't.
yeah,
It doesn't matter. Either way, no matter what Bungie does at this point on, they can release an MMO RPG, they can release an RTS, and then be like, okay, but was it as good as Halo?
Mhm.
Right.
That it's just like Activision or Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward could go out of their way to make another game. It could be completely separate from the Call of Duty franchise, and be like, was it as good as Call of Duty? Is it Call of Duty?
Yeah.
What do they
Mhm.
compare it to Call of Duty? If you look at Blizzard, Blizzard makes a couple different games that are very, very good, but at the end of the day, what are they known for? What is their one game that they're known for? World of
They're
Warcraft.
known for like 3 games.
Well, I mean, but the biggest game that
Or
they
StarCraft.
have is
StarCraft,
at
World
this
of Warcraft, Diablo.
it's gonna. Yeah, that's the thing is you can't. Yeah, they're
They're
really
they're
successful.
actually a company that's been successful in being
But
more than
it
just
kind of
one.
does
Yeah.
make sense though,
Yeah.
because how they all of a sudden how they ended with Halo. I mean, it's how they rapidly passed
Right.
it on to 343. You know what I mean? And they've been
Right.
working on Destiny from before that.
Yeah.
So I feel like it kind of makes sense. Yeah, but
It does,
still
but-
doesn't make sense for them to just kind of come in his office like that and just right, you're done.
Hey, yeah, so
it could be a
you're
kill.
going to work for 343 now. We'll see you later. Like,
Yeah.
it's-
Anyway, guys,
Who
so
knows?
it's just for some reason this has been an ongoing trend with developers and publishers lately, either laying off 50 people, or forcibly removing their creative art head or directors and stuff like that. I don't understand why they're doing this, but I guess they might have a plan. I just don't like the way they're taking this. Like it's kind of shady, and I thought
you know
only
what would
gamers
be really
would
amazing
shady.
is if. Sorry to cut you off, but I just thought of this. What if all of the people that got laid off, because we have a creative director, a writer, and a music score person. Now we just need a couple like coding, like
Programmers.
engineer people, and they just made their own company and they just called it
FU
Shady
Gaming?
Halo Kids.
FU Gaming, FU Studios or something like I don't know. Anyway, guys, moving on to the topic of the evening, and Colin has more information on this one because it is I don't know, it's whatever. Sony is selling
Whatever.
Sony
It's
is
a big
selling
deal.
all their shares in Square Enix. Why?
Right. That's a
But
huge
why?
deal.
They're selling all
They're
their
selling
shares in Square Enix.
9.52 million shares in Square Enix, and it comes out to about a $4.8 billion sale. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of ridiculous. Like that's when I think of Sony, like I kind of associate it still with Final Fantasy, even though that's not. And lately they've been cross-platform, but I still think Sony, PlayStation, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, right?
Metal Gear.
And now
Go
they're
ahead.
they're selling all their their shares, and I don't know. It just seems kind of suspect. And the reason again is like why they also closed a studio earlier this year. They're laying off a bunch of people.
So
I
I
mean-
mean, with the gaming industry slump lately.
Yeah.
Right, but they're
You know what
selling
I mean?
seven
the
and a half
past 2
million
3
units.
years. You know what I mean? Like different kind of games. They're trying to. I don't know. Just
Right.
games these days, like past year or two, you play it for a month, you kind of get bored.
Yeah,
I
every
can't wait for the next game, man. I'm sorry, a lot to go off topic for the main topic, but just like I'm so tired of coming and going. Like all these games that
Right.
come and go. Thief came and went. I know Watch Dogs is gonna come and go. It looks good. It really
Look at
does.
Second
It's
Sight.
gonna come and go.
look at Second Sight.
ESO is gonna come and go because it's,
Infamous is
it's
already
already
gone,
kind of
and it
coming.
just came
Yeah,
out.
Infamous is
It
already
came
gone.
out like what 2 weeks ago. And it's
GTA.
like, what?
Yeah,
You guys still play
GTA
that?
came and went. Even though everybody hates me when I say GTA came and went, it did.
That
It
game-
came and went. Fucking
Do you know
accept it. It's gone. Like nobody cares about it anymore.
You know,
No, I don't
you
give a
know, you know
shit.
why GTA came and went so fast? Is because the multiplayer is so messed up. That's why. They,
Yeah,
Well, they
weren't
didn't release
expecting
all of it.
multiplayer.
They didn't
They
put
did-
any support out for it. There was nothing Rockstar did. As soon as they released it, it's like, okay, we're gonna collect all our money, and then we'll maybe throw in a couple things into the game.
We could go on this forever, but the point is, I'm waiting for that game. The Halo. I'm waiting for the next the game that like
Black
is suddenly
Ops.
like whoa.
Black Ops.
Mhm.
This
Something
is
is
new.
successful. That's big name. That's gonna draw people and keep people playing the game for 3 or 4 years. And the lifespan of a game, while they
Right.
make another one. You know, Like they haven't,
That's all
there hasn't been a game like that in forever. I mean, don't get me wrong,
That's not Blizzard.
Not Blizzard,
exactly,
non-Blizzard.
Something non-Blizzard, please.
But hey,
non-Blizzard.
Like,
game.
Diablo-
great
hey,
games of
Diablo
they make way
3?
too much money.
Diablo 3 did flop though.
Yes.
On release,
Yes, it
Diablo
did.
3 did
Technically,
flop, and then it had 3 patches and an expansion pack, Reaper of Souls.
new expansion just
people,
came out.
Yeah, before people started playing it again. But there are people who
Yeah,
played
I
it.
beat it on 2 difficulties and I got bored.
Yeah.
I got off.
Me too.
How
Same
long
exact
did it
thing.
take?
Somebody
to beat,
in
by
my
the way?
stream says they're ending
Uh,
Bungie and recreating in a different way.
Oh.
So what do you mean?
Interesting.
What do you mean? They're
What
going
do- what
to
does he
do a
mean by
different, different.
Fat Boy, do me a favor. We'll come back to that. But elaborate on that for me. You said the sources tell you that they're ending Bungie and recreating in a different way. Do you mean 343? Because that was like a couple years ago.
Or does he
about
mean
a
kind
year-
of like in Irrational Games where they're like,
Yeah.
trim the
They're gonna
fat, new
reinvent
studio,
themselves.
new idea.
Are they going to
Yeah.
reinvent
Right? Yeah.
themselves?
Is that what you mean? Or let me know. We'll come back. When he types it out, we'll come back to it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Let's continue for now.
But
Okay.
as far as
But
I'm
regardless,
concerned, as far as
so
I'm
yeah, the
concerned,
shares.
Sony is selling off their tie. I would assume. Like, so the only way I'm going to say it is like, you know, when you think of Square Enix, you think of PlayStation platform. You think of Sony. So
Right.
Sony doing this, they're severing that link.
It's weird.
I don't
very
know how I
odd.
feel about that.
But Microsoft did it with Halo, for Halo 3. Microsoft severed the tie. Remember in Halo 2, the first thing that pops up is Microsoft. You know, you load it up and it's the
Right.
Mhm.
guitar riff comes in. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
and then it shows
Breaking
Microsoft.
Benjamin.
That didn't happen in Halo 3 because they severed the ties and there was a whole bunch of budget cuts. So it has happened before, and great games have come out of it. So we shouldn't get too scared. You know,
I'm not necessarily scared. I just thought it was kind of interesting. I mean, granted, they own about $16.2 billion worth in yen, 6.2 yen worth of stock in Square Enix, and they're selling about 5 million of that. So it's not all of it, but it's still a large enough amount that I thought it might have something to do with poor sales from the recent Final Fantasy entries for like the last 6 years.
But what I'm
But-
hearing and what I've read and from what I played, A Realm Reborn is actually a very, very good RPG, MMORPG. They finally did it right. And don't get me wrong, it's not a WoW killer because we've had this conversation
Mhm.
before. But it's a
nothing's
very
a WoW killer except for WoW.
we've had this conversation before. It has to kill itself for it to die.
Gets the lotion on its skin.
Anyway,
Whoa, Colin.
I just feel
Did that
like
too well there, buddy.
Yeah.
I know. I practice at night.
anyway.
Oh boy.
Let's go
It
into
is a
Titanfall
very, it
lobbies
is a
and I
very,
just say it over and over
very
again.
very good MMORPG. Not better than WoW, obviously, but I feel like between World of Warcraft
Right.
and Final Fantasy Realm Reborn, Matt's still fucking laughing, dude. Matt, laugh. Get it out of
No,
your
I'm
system.
not.
Just
I'm
giggle.
not. I'm not.
Just
I'm not.
giggle.
Continue.
Just
I
giggle, Matt.
just-
Just laugh.
All I'm saying is, it doesn't. That it's like cool, but the main
Does-
people that play
does
and love
ESO
Final Fantasy are
have
console
stand?
owners. They're not PC owners.
Okay, does ESO
And so,
have
like,
a
it doesn't
chance,
matter
though?
that they have a great PC MMO RPG for Final Fantasy because no one gives a fuck.
Do you think?
Like the people that play PC play World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
That's their MMO,
Do
right?
you think ESO has a chance?
Yes.
Do you really think it has a
No.
chance?
No.
I don't
It-
think it's gonna flop.
If it had a chance, it would be booming right now.
What
It
would be?
But
What's this?
ESO.
ESO.
Elder Scrolls
Oh.
Online.
Elder Scrolls
yeah.
Online.
Mhm.
It's I mean the biggest I don't want to be that guy, but seriously, the biggest way to tell if a game is good or not, look at Twitch. Just look at Twitch.
Mhm.
Look at what people are watching. That's
true.
what people like. Twitch is so beautiful because Twitch can literally tell you which games are alive and which games aren't. It's Dota, League of Legends, fucking Ghosts, unfortunately, Hearthstone, and then a couple others will, they come and go as depending on what streamer has them. But when you look at
Unfortunately,
Twitch,
DayZ.
ESO is dropping. It was up and then it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, and boom!
Right.
Eventually, it's going to be Titanfall's not even on the first page anymore.
There's always
So-
that spike upon initial release, I think.
There is a
Right.
spike and
Yeah.
it stagnated and it dropped off because everybody who went to ESO thinking it was going to be the WoW killer realized it's not.
It's just they created such a demand for their universe with Skyrim, right? That's so difficult to live up to. Skyrim was amazing, but on all fronts. I don't know anyone that's played it that genuinely disliked it, as a game itself. Maybe it wasn't for them, but I don't think anyone hated the game as it is.
Hi, Mrs. Tommy
Like-
Naga.
Yeah,
Is that your
my
mom or Kosuke?
That was my mom.
That was Mama Tamanaga.
I know when I
Yeah,
see a
mush, mush.
woman. I know what I'm looking for.
I like that. That rolls right off the tongue.
Mama
I
Tamanaga.
like it.
Anyway, guys.
Mama Tamanaga.
Anyway, guys.
Happy chop up some flesh.
we're gonna wind down the show now and tune out.
Alright.
I do have a final question. Why do you game? What is gaming to you? Is it a way of life?
I did
is it
a
a
commentary
hobby?
on this. I should go last.
Is it a way of life?
Oh man.
Is it a hobby? What is it? Why, Kata, you go first because you're the guest this week. What is your
Let me pull out my notebook.
what is gaming to you? What does it mean to you?
Gaming to me is, I don't know, something to go to after a really long day, like doing whatever, like school, work, anything. And kind of just like, you know, when you're gaming and when you're like trying to, I don't know, get better at the game you're playing, whatever you're doing, having fun, you don't really, there's no thinking of anything else ever.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's a good way for me to just like meet new people, like how I met you guys through
Right.
gaming, right?
Yeah, we should say that right away. We all met each other through video games.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
meeting new
that's true.
people generally, and talk about things we love in common, as obviously gaming.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what gaming is to me.
Yeah.
It's really cool meeting new people and
Yeah.
something
That's-
to go to at the end of the day.
It says hi.
With a smiley face.
So adorable, Grace.
Anyway, Colin, your turn.
I see.
It is.
Colin, what is your turn? Game.
Anyway,
What is gaming?
I
to
would
you?
say I pretty much share a lot of the same sentiments that Kata does. But for
Right.
me, it's also like video games are so unique when you think about what they are actually, like in its art form, right? It's a story. It's like a novel, a movie, a soundtrack, all combined into one,
It's an
and
experience.
it's interactive,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
It's like the most engrossing, otherworldly, imaginative experience that we can have, I think. And on top of it all, it's competitive. And in that competitiveness, it's infinitely repeatable. Like every single game that you play of any different game will be unique. That game is different than the one you played before, even if it's on the same map with the same people, right? So in that, you have something that's always there. So
That's true.
that's what I
But-
would say.
Matt, do you want to go or do you want me to go first? Because you want to be last?
It's. Do you want the last word? Because then you can kind of transition into the ending of the show if you go last.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. To save a long-winded response, I did a whole commentary about this, but to keep it simple, basically, gaming for me started out as an escape from reality. I'm not saying that I had a rough childhood or anything like that, but I hated where I was. I hated my home situation. I hated everything about life when I was growing up.
Right.
And for me, video games was a place where I could just get lost in a whole new world and forget the fact that there is all this shit just going around all the time. You know, it was like it was like everything paused and I got to go do my own thing. And that's what got me to start into gaming. As time progressed and I finally figured out that I'm just being a cynical asshole and the world's not as bad as it really is, gaming turned into let's be honest.
That's how
here.
we all turned out.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah,
be honest.
but you guys, but the point. Oh shit! I just hit my controller. The point remains. After a time when I finally kind of broke out of my own shell and started becoming more self-aware and everything like that, I realized that gaming has a whole new world of exploits like around in it. There's competitive, there's casual, you can role play if you're into that kind of shit. I mean, there is literally anything you can do in real life you can do with video
And
games.
so much more.
Right.
Except for get laid because, well, I mean,
Well, you could, but it would,
and so that's for me. That's what gaming is. Real quick,
Oh, yeah,
before I toss to Grayson, real quick, I want to go off of what Fat Boy was saying in the chat earlier.
Oh, Fat
about,
Boy. Yeah.
about Bungie, about
Okay,
like
yeah,
coming
so
to
what
the
did he
company and
say?
everything. He said they're bringing in so many different top game editors, getting new servers that could make decent servers, and I've got it that. Okay, well, grammar is obviously not the strongest point. They're bringing down a big and crazy RPG that can make an ultimate, but contains 50 gigabytes when installing. This
whoa.
seems more like a complete. So basically, he's saying that they're refacing their company, is what they're saying.
They're
That's what it
doing
is. They're sending out the old, bringing in the new, which is what we were kind of talking about. So yeah, Fatboy,
they're just
we're on the
reinventing
same page,
themselves.
bro.
Yeah,
You're right.
They're reinventing.
Yeah, that
themselves.
makes sense.
Anyway,
That does make sense.
what gaming back on the topic and the question really, what gaming is for me is it has been a lifestyle. It started off as an escape, like Matt said. It started off as something. I mean, I didn't, like I said, I didn't have a tough childhood. I wasn't.
No, I didn't either.
I was picked on like everybody else was, but I wasn't like bullied to the point where I got so stressed out. It's just when I came home, there was the
Damn.
one thing I was good at. I felt like I was good at, and I stuck
Right.
with it. And a lot of
Mhm.
people were like, hey, you didn't get anything out of it. You have no life. No, that's not true. I've met so many interesting people. My best friends.
Mhm.
95% of my best friends I met from gaming. I mean, Kata, Colin, Matt, Ron. I mean,
Ron.
look at Jay. I mean, you guys are my
Mhm.
best friends. I can confide in you with anything, and that's something that I got out of it. And I've got
Right.
so much more life experience from competing and traveling around the U.S. playing a video game. You know what I mean? Like
It's crazy.
There are kids in my high school who had never left
Yeah.
California. So like for me,
Yeah.
it was just so awesome. And my parents, when they saw the passion I had for it and saw whatever it was, they supported me 100%. I mean, I know there's a lot of
Mhm.
parents who don't really appreciate it, but I was so grateful, and it's something that I really enjoy. And even now that I consider myself a casual gamer, I still like competitive. And if there was a Halo tournament, I would go. But
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, I still play to win,
Yeah.
even if I don't compete.
for
you know,
me,
like
That's a natural like instinct
That's
that
just
all
me.
of us have from
Yeah.
we like to compete.
But-
That's just what it
but
is. We're
for me,
always
I
in
think
the
all
fight.
of us played sports at some point
Hates
as
to
well,
lose, dude.
you know?
but
Hates-
for me,
hates to
I
lose.
come home
I,
from work.
I don't understand those people that can sit in a lobby and lose 8 games in a row.
No.
Don't
And
get
like,
it.
yeah, I'm having fun.
Yeah, they're like,
I'm
we
not
just play
having
for
fun.
fun.
No.
It's like, bro, you went like 0-30. Like that is not fun for me. You're looking at a
But
depth cam the whole time.
You know what's
it's like,
but for me,
man.
it
like
was
Kata in
something.
League of Legends.
It was
Doesn't
Shut
something
up.
so
Yeah.
much.
I knew you were gonna say that.
But for me, gaming was so much. It was and still is so much more than just a video game. The people I play with,
Mhm.
I can play a single player game and just get immersed in the storyline, and like
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be who I am today without gaming. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's true.
I haven't really succeeded in anything. I don't have the success like Matt does. I don't have the YouTube followers or the Twitch followers or anything like Matt does. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
They come and go.
at the end of the day, gaming is my personality. It is something that I enjoy to do, and I will always love to do. And I mean,
Mhm.
I've always been the type of guy. Yeah, I'm a troll, and I talk a lot of trash, but I always say good game at the end of the game, regardless.
Roll.
Yeah, and I think that's what's lost.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
There's a lot of people who have fun with the game and are competitive, but they want to talk trash at the end of the game, and that's kind of something I want to avoid. And I've been doing a lot better at. And I mean, all of us are.
I love
since we got-
talking trash in game. Once the
In-game.
game's over, though.
Yeah, if the game's
Yeah,
over, win or
game's
lose,
over.
dude, you have to say good game. Anyway,
Right.
guys,
Yeah.
Especially if you get wrecked. Anyway.
in the bottom right-hand corner, we've got KT Asahi, aka Keita Tominaga.
Tell me.
Wait, hang on, guys. Can we elaborate on something
Yeah,
real quick?
go for
Somebody,
it. Yeah.
somebody in the chat was asking on something. I think we can all touch on this real fast.
Okay. What's up?
Because I'm sure we've all gone through this. He goes, Ketchum, explain how your lifestyle changed with gaming. And I'm assuming he's asking like how did gaming kind of improve things for? That's what I'm getting at. Is
Improve or
like,
Can I go on this one first?
or change or just like basically come into your life and just kind of help you. And for me, it kind of goes to what we were saying earlier about meeting new people. And I guess branching out and gaming helped me realize that my own self-image isn't as bad as I make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was up until about like my junior year of high school, I had a terrible self-image of myself. And
Really? Did you have really bad acne?
what? No, actually, I did. I just I
hell was
I was
that?
4'0" until like fucking junior year.
I'm
so
joking.
no, I mean it's a good point. It is a good point. But I had a terrible self-image, and gaming for me realized that people aren't as bad as they seem. And if you just like branch out a little bit, the world is not as bad as it seems. And gaming doesn't always do that for people, but that's what it did for me, at least back then. So
Yeah,
right.
that's how gaming helped change my lifestyle. It made me more sociable. It made me more personable at the end of the day.
For me, it was.
Let me say this one
confidence.
thing though.
It-
Seriously
Yeah,
though,
yeah, Kata.
think about it. Halo lands and LAN parties,
Mhm.
when people organize people, there's about 12 random people that you've never met in your life. Online,
heard
you only
their
talk
voice.
to them online.
Mhm.
They're coming to your house, and then
They're there
You
all
know,
day.
you-
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, they're all
trust.
day
You've never
for the
met
whole
them before in
weekend,
your
you
life,
know
and
what
they
I mean?
trust you to come over to your house and like meet you. That's
Yeah.
Right.
So like, think about it. Like, nothing really bad happens. No one, really, nothing really gets stolen. Like, no one gets
Yeah.
hurt. You know,
Worst
like-
case scenario, you just don't invite them next time. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I mean
And
really
then,
though.
to be honest with though, like in those
Yeah.
kind of situations when not, you know, that's a safe world. Like
Mhm.
in that side, you know what I mean? And like, I totally respect that kind of stuff happen. It's really cool.
I would say that I played a lot of sports as a kid, and I, you know, in high school, I definitely didn't play video games as much as I play them now. I was kind of like a skater, like I'm too cool for school kind of kid. And the thing is,
See
like,
that
you
coming
kind
now.
of start to realize that you do things for other people, right? Like I wasn't playing soccer because I wanted to play soccer. I was playing soccer because I felt like other people wanted me to. And so gaming kind of was like something where it was like, I've always liked this. And eventually I got to the point where I was like, I don't give a shit if people make fun of me for it because I like doing it. So I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Good point.
for me.
And you know, like
Oh, go ahead.
you're not gonna be just as good as, you know. Think about it. Like you're not gonna be good as me as in like us running Halo compared to what
Mhm.
other stuff. You know what I mean? What are you good at? Think about
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Porn.
It's not. It's not easy.
Every
No,
episode,
it's not.
every
It's not,
fucking
you know, it's
episode,
not
I
something
swear to
easy.
God. Anyway, guys, for me, it was
Like porn,
confidence. It was pride.
Yep.
It was something.
Yeah.
Pride.
You know, I went home, and I mean, yeah, my game was Halo. It always has been and always will be Halo. I hopped on, and I played, 40 hours a week, and it was something that I held on to, and like something, like I met Matt before I met you guys from Halo.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I met him through Ron, and then like I first of all, sorry,
Well, I met them before I met Ron. But
Okay,
yeah,
never
I know
mind,
what you
yeah.
mean. I know what you mean. Just continue. The
for
point
me
remains.
it was something like it was something I enjoyed doing, something I was proud of. Like at the end of a game, you get to see your KD, and it's something I always tried to improve myself on. And I went to school every day with that confidence, like, dude, I'm a god on this game. Like I don't know. It was
I'm a
just,
god.
Yeah, but like nobody could touch me. You know what I mean? Like in soccer, like I was never the most athletic kid. Like football, whatever. I wasn't very good at it, but in Halo,
Yeah,
it was
no.
something I was good at, and it was something I could take pride in. Something I wore my MLG sweatshirt all the time, dude. And I wore it with pride. People ask me like, "Hey, what is that?" Like, it's Major League Gaming, and then they
Your
laugh. They
mom.
would chuckle. They would chuckle about it, dude. I wore my straight ripping like cinch sack that I got in San Diego, the first San Diego event I went to.
Mhm.
I had that. I went to school every day with that. Anyway, I know I'm a nerd. That's fine. It's cool.
That's all right.
But anyway,
That's
guys,
cool, though.
Hopefully that answers the question, though.
Yeah,
Hopefully
it
that's what
did-
you-
it
Yeah.
did-
No, that's all right. Yeah.
it provided so much more than just entertainment. It is at the end of the day, it is a lifestyle. I feel like it is something that you choose to do, and if you really enjoy it, you can get so much out of it. I mean, you guys my best
sleep,
friends.
Game, repeat.
Yeah.
Eat, sleep, game.
Pretty
repeat.
much. That's gonna be Colin's motto for the evening.
No, that's a rave song, but it says eat, sleep.
Put in
rave.
alcohol too.
For an alcohol.
It's got to be there somewhere.
I can't play games drunk. Anyway, we're gonna go on this for a while.
Yeah. Anyway, guys.
Yeah.
So like I said
Oh,
before,
you're gonna talk about drunk gaming? All right, a whole new show.
bottom.
Next show, guys. we discuss
ATG
alcohol
after
and
hours.
video
ATG.
It'll be just me.
ATG.
And it'll be
games.
ATG
Him
at
drunk,
night.
yelling
Anyway,
at a
guys.
mirror.
Anyway,
Do you
guys.
think you're good? Are you happy now,
Go
Mom?
positive this time, bitch! Get down, give me 20!
Anyway, guys, for Keita Tominaga, aka KT Asahi, Colin Flagcap, and Ketchum, this is Grayson from iWave Games. Please go visit iWaveGames.com. Check them out on Instagram and Twitter and their Facebook page. It's Twitter, Instagram at iWave Games or / iWave Games. Some of it's backwards or / I've never been good at those. I just do them and it works out.
How do you not know what a slash?
I know what they are.
Freaking dyslexic people. Anyway.
Anyway, go check them out for the latest gaming news and reviews, guys. We'll be back next week. And enjoy. Happy gaming. I mean,
Take care, buddy.
take care.
Suck my
Daddy.
penis.
Oh my god. We can't take you nice places.